Hello and welcome to another episode of Sandy Killer Projects. Today I'm going to show you how to install the Fitcamx integrated dash camera system into the Honda Civic Sport that we recently purchased. This is now the second Fitcamx camera that we've gotten from our sponsor Fitcamx. They're really easy to install. This one's actually going to go really quickly on the install part of it. I'm going to have to stop and then switch vehicles to show you how it works in the Passport that we have. This camera is a 4K Ultra HD camera. It comes in a heavy-duty box. Everything is very well packed from Fitcamx. Once inside the box, there's a couple of smaller boxes. Okay, so the smaller boxes on the inside, this one is your camera, and this is all the accessories and the tools that you need to do the job. So this is the camera. This blue section here is actually where the lens is, but the reason why I'm showing it to you is because it actually comes as all one piece and you have to unsnap it. This is the newer version of the camera. If you watch their version of the install video, it shows an older version of the camera that's got two side pieces and a rotating bit. This is a fixed-based camera. Inside of the accessories box, it's going to come with a cable. This cable is what you use to install the camera to your car. It also is going to come with a USB with a micro port in the back of it. The reason why that's there is because there is a card inside of the camera. This makes it to where you can take the information out if you need to use it for like a police report or something. And it also comes with this little plastic tool. This is used to split the pieces off of the existing stuff on the car so you don't break anything. Depending on which model you have, you're going to have your LED lights. You could have sunroof controls. You could also have a sunglass holder in here. This is a lower model Civic, so it just has a plastic piece here. We're going to pop this out. The other thing that we're going to do is these two pieces of plastic that are on either side, we're going to use that tool to pop them loose. This is where your camera is going to sit. So as you can see, I've taken this part of it off, which is these two pieces of plastic. Okay, so they have some metal clips that hold it in place. You need to just very gently work this tool around on both sides. One side is the one opening, and the other side, this is what faces the front. On the other side, these little loops, you got to be careful not to snap them off, especially the ones that are up here, because those are the ones that hold the camera in place. So here is the center section out, and the reason why I'm showing it in this manner is because of the fact that if you have the type with the flip down glasses, you would actually flip down the glasses section and pull a couple of screws in the back, but this doesn't have that. This little plate is all it is, and this sneaks back up into the inside, and when you want to push it, when you want to make the assembly get out of your way, you actually have to drive it up to get it to come down and out, because you need to be able to get to this connector right here. For the forward section, you need to be able to get into the side of it and pop straight down, and then this piece comes back. There's a couple of hooks that it sets down into. If you try to pull it from the front, you'll actually break it off, so you need to pull it from the back first. Okay, now that all the parts are out of the way, you need to reach up in the inside and push down on this sensor. There's a tab on the very top of it, and then once you push that loose, you want to take that out and down, because this is the connector that you're going to use for your extension. So your wire extension is going to connect into the piece that was up inside of there. This will reconnect to that connector, and this piece with the round piece in it will be the connection for the camera. Once you have that wire extension connected in, you connect the camera directly to this assembly, and then you're going to fit the plastic piece back in over that wire so it tucks the wire up into place. So once you have that front piece in place and the wires all connected through, you're going to take the camera and you're going to mount it up exactly the way that those plastic pieces came off. Once you have the one side in, you're just going to take the other side of it, kind of like a clamshell. You're just going to clip it back in on the other side. Both sides of the camera clipped to the existing mount. You're going to take that center section and reconnect it back to the gray or blue wire, however you want to consider that, and then this is going to get tucked back up inside the mount so that it fits back into the hole. If you have the other type, this is the point where you put the screws back in. All right, so absolutely the hardest part of getting this install completed is getting this piece back into place. And the reason why is there are two pop pins on either side that it has to set down on, and then there's some clips in the front and the back. Since the whole thing pushes up, there's no real way to get force on it down. What you have to do is run a piece of wire along the inside of it, and then pull the wire down until it goes into the clips, and then use the blue tool along the side to make space, and then fish the wire section back down. The last thing I'm going to say about the install before we move on to other things is make sure to pull the little blue tab off of the front of here. If you don't, when you turn on the app, all you're going to see is that blue. So now your camera is ready to be paired with your phone, and you need to download the Fitcamx app. So on the front of the instructions, right here, these are for the Apple App Store and for the Google Play Store. You need to scan one of those so that it downloads the Fitcamx app. So here we are, obviously not in the Civic, we're in our Passport. The reason I have to do this is because my camera is also what I would use for my app. So once you download the Fitcamx app, you go into the bottom of it and it'll say connect. Now you're either going to connect to the one that says CAR or the one that says LHD is the first part. You hit connect and it'll connect to the camera. So once you're connected, it's going to show you a live feed of what's happening on the outside of the camera. Now let me show you some of the feature stuff. So inside of the camera settings, the camera has all sorts of things. You can have it to where it's recording your sound. Also, it'll also allow you to change the resolution. It has a thing called collision sensing, which if in the event you're in an accident, it'll actually save and loop the section of recording. It also has a thing called parking guard. If you turn this feature on, it allows the camera to turn back on if it senses motion while the car is off. So back on the camera menu, if you go to camera file, it's going to give you all of the files that the system has been storing of videos from every drive that you've done until it runs out of memory, which it has about 65 gigs of memory for the little card that's in it, and it'll record everything for like up to a month depending on how long you drive. Well, in this menu you can also save and lock videos so that they can't be lost, so that you can save them later, because what will happen is as the system gets through its memory, it'll dump the old stuff. You can also tell it to take snapshots. That's the secondary menu here in case you want pictures of things specific. So when you look at the image on the screen, even if you turn it horizontally, the image doesn't look like it's good quality. Now your camera is 4K HD, Ultra HD, but the resolution that it's going to give you on your smartphone and app is going to be a lower resolution so that it can continue to give you full speed video pacing as it goes along, but the card that stores it in 4K HD. We're back in the Civic, and I'm going to show you on the side of the camera there's a power button and there's a snapshot button. If you hit this button, it'll actually take a picture. But the important part is the other side. On the passenger side of the camera, right here, there's a little slot, and inside of there is the card. The card in there is your memory card, which has the 65 gigs of storage. If in the event of an accident or you have some sort of need for pulling this card out, that's what this guy's for. This is a USB that allows the card to slide into the back of it, so you can transport the memory with you in case you've had an issue with theft or accident or some reason to record what's happening and store it. Okay, so I do want to talk about an issue that we found with the camera, which it isn't even actually an issue. It just depends on how you use things within your vehicle. Both this car, the Passport, and the Civic have wired Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. We don't use Android Auto, but I connected it to it just to see how the features worked and what it did. When I did that, it disconnected the camera. And surprisingly, this connection used to be an LHD connection. Somewhere in there, it switched over to the car connection. So when I reconnected everything, I actually had to re-find the connection because it wasn't the one I was expecting it to be. In almost all cases, the camera will continue to record things. You just won't be able to access them through the app. In this particular case, it actually kicked the camera off completely, and we ended up having to restart it. Most of the time, if you come into the car, it's going to ask you for your location services to be turned on. If you don't want that stuff turned on, it's not going to let you access the video file like we're watching right now, which is a live file. You don't have to have the live file running. That just makes it to where you can watch it through the app. Just to wrap everything up, I just want everybody to know these cameras actually work really well. They're fairly simple to install. It takes me a very short amount of time to get these cameras in and out of the car. I'm not some sort of camera expert. I'm a mechanic by trade. Everything works really good with them. Their customer support is great. If you have any sort of issues, Fitcamx will answer anything that you have quickly. They got us through the issue that we had with the camera, and it turned out just to be functionality of how the apps work. Everything goes great with these. If you have any questions about them, you can always throw them up on our page. We'll talk to you about it as best we can. If I don't know the answer, I have a rep that I deal with, so I'll contact them and let you know what they say. As always, thank you for watching. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. We'll keep making more videos.